Okay, so Jennifer's the only one who wants to know about me, so I'm going to answer them for her. So, let me go in. All right. So, question number 1 that she wants to know. What did you want to do for a living when you grew up? Or when you were little? Well, I didn't really have any dreams about what I wanted to be because the earliest age I can remember, it wasn't good. So, at 11, I was raising my sister, and pretty much from then on, it was struggling to keep a smile on my face and raising my sister. So that's question number 1 answers. Question number 2. Where did Steve take you on your first date? Well, we went and played pool. I thought I was going to beat him, but I didn't. And we go to this little place. And I'm so excited. I'm like, oh, I'm going to beat his butt and pool. We go. And little did I know, he went to Vegas to play in a pool tournament. So needless to say, I think I got on the table like twice. He like completely stomped my butt. Like I just didn't even get on the table. So that shut me up. Then from there we moved to, what else did we play? We played darts. I won 1 game. I still do not let him live that down because I was proud of that one time I did win. And then after that, we went bowling. And I was talking smack because I thought that I was going to beat him bowling. And then he decided to get 6 strikes in a row. The people next to us were like, Brandy, and I was like, how do they know me? And they called me over there, and I was like, yeah. And they're like, I'm really sorry, because I wasn't even on the board yet. And I was like, yeah, I know. And I said, this is like our first date. So after that, he's never let me win. If I do win, it's because I beat him. So I know to really gloat if I win. So that is answer number 2. Okay, answer number 3 is so easy. If you could design a piece of Lularoe, what would it be and why? Well, I would create the Lula Brawl. I would create a brawl because Lularoe is so comfortable, and I don't do fashion. I don't know fashion. I can't put stuff together. So it was really easy when I got into Lularoe that everything really matched. Well, then it felt really good. So I would like to invent a brawl. That would be awesome. Awesome, hands down. I'd create the Lula Brawl. That's B-R-A because I have a little twang in there. So let's see. Where's the next one? If I could go anywhere on the earth, where would you go? Hey, Sandy. Oh, hey, Aunt Patty. Didn't see you on there. I would go to Italy only because Steve's mom, hey, Anita, she went to Italy and they took us, we made a lock, a love lock. And so it is on the love lock wall. So I would love to go there and find our lock. That would be cool. Thanks. I like the hair too. I don't think people are like used to darker, but that's the first time dyeing. I'm pretty excited. No more grays. I know. Isn't it cute? It's so dark. It looks a little bit lighter, but it's dark. It's dark. But no more grays. Like, no more grays at all. Look at that. Oh, that's so nice. I just don't even want to tell Logan because I said once I have to dye my hair, he can dye his hair, but I don't want him to dye his hair. So, no, it is dye. It is my first dye. I was getting old. I did not feel pretty, and it just needed a change. It needed a whole complete cut, like everything. Cut about 3 inches. I told Steve it was like 2, but it was like 3. He doesn't like short hair. He's like, I'm not really digging the short hair. I said, I'm not digging the half bald. It was a joke. It was a joke. He didn't take anything seriously. Okay. So, let's see if I can go anywhere in the world. Where would I go? That's the last one. Let's see. Oh, that's it. Well, that was good. I didn't have to answer any more questions. That is wonderful. Well, Sandy asked the question today, but we decided not to put it on there. And the funny thing is, when she asked it, I was going to answer it. And it was like, it was funny. I mean, I was just like, oh, well, whatever. It was funny. Now that I think about it, if it was on the list, I don't know if I can really answer it on live. So that would be funny, because I would tell, though. I mean, everybody does it, so not really ashamed of it. So, well, I figured y'all would jump on these questions, like anything. Anything at all. Got any questions now? Jennifer, I just answered all your questions. I just said all of them, and it was like 4, and I'm done. So, took 2 minutes. Anything else anybody wants to know? Sandy's not allowed to ask. She already ruined that question today. Yeah, I just answered them. You only did 4. Here's a recap. About that much. Like this much. It grew a little. I'll tell you what. Your girl Heather loves you a lot. Okay, so question number 1, real quick. Since Jennifer's on here and she's the only one that asked me questions. So, let's see. Thanks. You live my hair? That is awesome. It's different. I like it. Hey, Pam. Steve's coming by your house tomorrow to drop that off. So, I'm excited. You're going to love it. It's really pretty. Yeah, it's like, oh, you got to drop this off to your mom. And he's like, again? I'm like, yes. So he hasn't seen it, though. It was really pretty. Yeah, Heather's really nice. She was really sweet. I was like, can I hire you to come home and scrub my head like that? Because, oh, she could have put me to sleep. Yeah, it was a battle. It was battle. When I start battling for stuff and I'm looking for stuff, I get really nervous. Like, I start sweating. Who does my hair? Well, actually, nobody did. Like, Steve and I would cut my hair, like, together. And so, but I really wanted a real cut and I wanted color. So, I went to this amazing girl named Heather. I'll give you your information. Well, Sandy has her information too. I don't know if she can post it on there. She's super sweet. She's in Bloomingdale. But she did an amazing job. Okay, so Jennifer, just to let you know this right now, what I would vent in Lularoe is a Lulabraw. B-R-A, because I don't say it right. Because if leggings are that comfortable, I really want to wear a bra. Now pronouncing the Lulabraw. Holds everything in and super soft. All day, 24/7 wear. It works. It works. Did y'all see my secret about the, yeah, right. I absolutely hate bras. Hate them. I'm just so uncomfortable with them. And all the time, I don't know if it's just me or other girls, because I don't really talk bras to other girls. But like the sides right here, that wire thing or whatever to hold them bad boys up, it always pokes through. Like I can sew it and sew it and sew it, and it always finds its way out. I don't even know how to fix that. I've tried some like super like fabric tape. I have stitched it. Nothing works. That thing like is like, no way, this is too much holding it up. So they just slip on out. So I'd take a Lula bra any day. Any day. Anything else? What? Ask away. I am free to answer anything. Free to answer anything. Anything you want to know? Ask away. There's no shame in my game. Do you handle? No, I don't. I am the roughest woman ever. Like the only thing I'm really like cautious about is my Lularoe. I will take somebody out if they put it close to the dryer. Like I have all my magnets around it. Actually, honestly, I really don't have to worry about it. Steve don't do laundry, and the kids do their own laundry, so I do everybody else's. Thanks, Jessica. I just got it colored for the first time. Like I thought my hair would feel different. I don't know why. I guess I just had a wrong impression on hair dyeing. I don't know. I was wrong though. I love it. And then I sat in this little thing that goes over your head and it gets really hot. I thought I was like in a sauna for a second. I think my head lost like 5 pounds. But yes, there's Heather's number right there. Yes. She's really sweet. I'm serious. I'm picky about my people I hang out with, and I would hang out with her. I always ask this. If I meet somebody and I say, first question I ask, would I be friends with them? And if I say yes and there's no hesitation, then they're good. If I have to question myself, then I don't want to be around that person. So that's how I determined if I can be friends with somebody and like them or not. Salon 705. I think so. 705. I think. Oh, I'm not in here.
I see you.
No, you don't.
I see your hair.
You do not see my hair. There's no Brandy in here right now.
I see you.
You do not see me.
I see
You do not.
Yes, I do.
Yes, close the door. I love you. When she was little, Emily, I used to wake her up and I used to be like, why are you dreaming of purple squirrels? And she would get up so stressed. Like, I wasn't dreaming about purple squirrels. And I was like, yes, you were. You kept saying purple squirrels. And I woke you up, and it was just so funny. It was so funny. And then in the newspaper one time, there was an article about a purple squirrel. I ran so fast home, I was like, there is a thing such as purple squirrels. It's in the paper. It must be true. What's your favorite shoes? None. If I could walk barefooted and be accepted, I would. I hate shoes. I like to feel dirt on my feet. I know. It's because I'm from Dover. I can walk on dirt. I can walk on rocks. I can walk on shells. It does not bother me. I grew up in Dover, so I hate shoes. I hate shoes. Like Steve always. What happened? pay? Oh, I paid a bill. It just reminded me. But, like, he always yells at me, babe, you need to get some shoes on. Because, like, the land we bought, these people buried everything. I swear there's probably a body back there. There's probably money back there. Everything is buried. So when it rains, it's like a treasure hunt. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I have found credit cards. I have found jewelry. I have found... What did I find the other day that was really weird? I found like a stone. Like it was like you would find on jewelry. Money all the time. Like money just come, because our land's like this. So everything just washes like down. So it gets to the driveway and it filters it through the rocks. So all you have to do is go in that area and you find stuff every time. Like, it's just ridiculous. Car parts. I mean, everything. I know. We would be out there forever if we had a metal detector, because I must have... What I found? I found a screwdriver yesterday, some nuts, some bolts. There was this pipe sticking out, right? And I was like, oh. Because once the water washes away, there was this pipe. And I was like, oh, I'll just pick the pipe up. Well, I picked the pipe up and it was like 10 feet long. So I'm like, oh, Steve's going to kick my butt because it's right across the driveway and I've just lifted this whole thing up. I guess it was the old plumbing. I don't know. I pulled it up and I was like, oh, I got to break this somehow because he's going to be mad that I pulled it up instead of just leaving it. So I had got the shovel and I pulled it halfway and I was like beating it. And then I'm like bending it back and forth and thinking, please don't come out here and ask what I'm doing. So finally it snapped off and I just buried the end. True story. That happened a couple days ago. It was pretty funny though. Because he comes out and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, nothing. Don't mind me. I'm serious. I told him every time we go to Dick's or something like that, I said, we need to get a metal detector because there is some really good stuff out there. I know it. Because like a family lived here and they're like old time family, kind of like where you buried everything. There was one time there was this, like a spring in the ground. And I was like, what is that? And then I pulled up a little bit and I realized it's a whole mattress, right? Under the ground. They buried it. So I was like, how am I going to get this thing out of here? Because I don't want the dog stepping on it or something. So I tied a tie strap to my car on the hitch, tied it through the thing, and I gunned it as fast as I can go with my car. And it pulled it out a little bit, and I was like, okay, because I have to do this at lunchtime, because Steve will not approve. And so I gunned it again, and then half of it come up, and then it like pulled it out. Well, at this time, the springs are like this big, so they're all filled with dirt. And so I was like, well, I can't even lift this thing if I wanted to because it's full with dirt. So what I did is started doing donuts in the yard and slinging the mattress thing around. And then finally all the dirt came out and I was good. Problem solved. Steve didn't have to do anything. Okay, I'll say. The one item that I did keep that was not Lularoe was actually there's a couple. One is one of my mom's shirts. So when I picked up her belongings from the nursing home she was staying at, there were obviously shirts in there. And, you know, I donated probably 90% of them. I gave one to Mimi, but I kept like a sweater. It's black. It's just see-through. And I don't know why. I love it. I love it, and I will keep that thing forever. And another thing was another shirt of hers, and it was a Mountain Dew shirt. And what's funny about that is I used to be addicted to Mountain Dew really bad, and it took me hard discipline to stop. Literally, I had a calendar, and I wrote, Mountain Dew is going to kill you. And I was like, okay, Brandy, because it was bad. I mean, I can go in a case a day or 2 days, and I knew it was bad for me, but I couldn't stop. Yes. So I literally wrote in there, and I probably have the calendar still, and it said, it's going to kill you. So then I would go day 1 with no Mountain Dew. And then day 2, and then I went on, and I think that I'm at like 9 years of no Mountain Dew. So it was funny that, yeah, it was funny that when I pulled her stuff out, there was a shirt, and it was a Mountain Dew shirt. So, and it wasn't like her size, because she was, I don't know, well, she was bigger at the end, so I don't really know if she wore it, but it didn't matter. I was keeping it, because to me, it was comical, and it's hers. So them are the 2. And then I have a shirt, my last hair donation. They sent me a shirt and said, like, I donated my hair, and I won't get rid of that one either. So them are my, I mean, besides, like, I have to say this, we have our football and jerseys and stuff like that, because I have to match with Steve. So them are still there, but my clothes, them are the ones that I would never get rid of at all. Oh, jeans can go. Nope, jeans, psh, I will never wear a pair of jeans if I don't have to. I don't like the way they sit on my belly. I'm just Lularoe spoiled. That's what it is. I'm too comfortable, but I feel pretty, so I'm going to stay with that. I'm going to stay with that. Any questions? I'm open to anything. I don't care what it is. I know there's a delay, so. It's always good to donate clothes once somebody passes, because honestly, I feel that, like, my mom she wasn't good here on earth. I'm going to be honest. She wasn't. And she was just sick. I mean, I don't know if she was born that way. I don't know. But somehow she lost herself. So when she passed away, and I had to make that choice to remove her. I wanted her to have a purpose. God, it's hard. I wanted her to have, like, some meaning in life. So I donated her body to cancer. I donated her clothes. I just did the best that I could to give her some meaning. Because she didn't have one. She was sick. It wasn't her fault. But the thing I can say is I had respect for her, because when she left us, she didn't come back. She literally just left and never came home. But with that, she never brought her drug addiction in our lives anymore. She never hurt us anymore. She never abused us anymore. And I don't mean to say that, like, there's a difference between, like, me growing up and my sister growing up, because it was just different. But she just chose a life, and she lived it, and that was I have a lot of respect for her, because, you know, I just wanted her to be happy, and whatever that's what she chose, and I accepted that. And so in the end, when I got to talk to her, I asked her, well, actually I didn't ask her, I told her that I just know she's tired. And she said yes. So me and my sister did everything we could. But when you live a life of drugs, it'll just tear you apart. It'll tear your body. Her heart was enlarged. Her kidneys were not, well, actually she was born with only one. My nose is so red. She was born with only one functioning kidney. So obviously you can't drink and you can't do everything on one kidney. So her kidneys were shutting down. Her body, she was crippled. Her toe, I didn't want to look at her feet because I knew that my grandmother wanted to see them, and I didn't, because I wanted to remember that she could walk, right? And but then at the end, I had to like move her, because she didn't look peaceful to me. Like, I mean, the nurses turn her and stuff. Like, when you're passing away, there's so many things that happen to your body, and I wasn't prepared for that at all. But it just made me stronger. It made me realize that if there's something I really wanted to do, that I can do it. Because if I can go back and take care of my mom, who people just, they don't even know. Like, my own family don't even know the real truth behind closed doors. And that's why I wanted to join Lularoe, because there is so many women and men nowadays that go through things and nobody knows about. People look at me and they're like, oh, Brandy, you're so happy. You're so this, you're so that, you know. And then when they ask a question, I'm not going to lie to them. And it's easy for me to talk about it because I've accepted it. I've made amends with it. I've forgiven them. I don't hold grudges. I won't, because they have to live with it, not me. But that's why I joined, because I want to help people. And it isn't like, I see so many people out there, and it's for the wrong reasons. It's not, I don't know. I mean, I honestly can't say, because I'm not behind their closed doors, but my reasons are so much stronger. My passion is so much. I know she'd be proud. She'd be really proud, because my sister, oh, bless her heart. I look up to her. She's my little sister. But that little girl saved my life. I don't know where I'd be if she wasn't born. I was like a mom at 11. Like, she would cry and mom would be sleeping, and she would just lay there. I think that's why my head's so flat in the back, because I think I laid down too much when I was a baby. But not Jenna, because I couldn't let that little booger. She might say I was mean to her later on in life, and I wasn't really mean. I just teased her a lot, but I loved her. She probably saved my life, because when things were bad, we'd play Barbies, or I would turn up the radio and I would dance with her, and so she definitely saved my life, that's for sure. It is, that is true. That is definitely true, because I believe, and this is, my nose is running, I'm sorry. It was like, oh, my nose, when I cry, my nose gets 10 times bigger, my lips get 10 times bigger, and then my eyes it look like I swell up. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But okay, so Steve, let me tell you about when his mom said everybody comes in your life for a reason. So like Steve, right? I say this about me and Steve. I was very broken. I was broken. Inside, out. I don't know, trying to fix myself. But I was broken. And Steve, he was broken in different ways. And I tell people, like, at the beginning, we were so just like this magnet, and trying to get so close, but we couldn't like get there because like the friction, and I don't know, just how he saw things and I saw things, and but we got along great. It was just finding that balance that relationships have. And when it started to fall into place, then we grew as people. Like I got better. He helped me with a lot of things. I took everything to heart, like everything to heart. Like if somebody yelled at me, I would cry. I just tried to please everybody. I guess I was born that way because we are. I have to admit, like, I love him to death, but he gets on my nerves a lot. He's so, like, I don't know, like, we're going to bed. I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. And my pillows go flying across the room, and he giggles. And I'm like, I literally want to, like, put a pillow over your head. Yeah, we both fixed each other. And we're still working. We're still growing. And he's a great man. You know, he grew, I grew. We both balanced each other out, and yeah, he's great. He definitely makes me happy. And I remember the first time we were laughing, I don't even know what it was, and he says, Brandy, I'm gonna tell you this, I have never been with somebody that I laugh so hard with. And it's true, like when we start laughing, we can't stop. We have to separate for a while, and I usually end up in the bathroom because I've got to go to the bathroom by the time I'm done. And then he's just like trying to get away from me because he laughs when I laugh. So it's always been like that. But it's funny because when I first saw him, I wasn't attracted to, you know how people have their types. I was attracted to like dark hair, dark eyes. So I don't know what it was with Steve. I would have never in a million years like picked him from a lineup. And I looked at him and I was like, I was like, he looks like a lot of fun. I think I need to really just change my way of thinking. Let's just try it. And then from day one, we had the best time. So I'm really happy that we met each other. We grew as people, and we're still growing. So, and yes, Pam, he talked about marriage the other day. I had a heart attack. He really did. I was like, oh. He's like, babe, a little longer in Lularoe, we'll be able to afford a wedding. And I'm like, oh, what? It was funny. But, yep. So, everybody does come in your life for a reason. And I think that's why my mom came back into my life. For one, everybody said goodbye. Two, it made me really realize how strong I was. Like I didn't realize it at all. And then my world fell apart like really bad. Like really, really bad. Financially, like really, really bad. I can't even stress that. Well went, septic went. It's a lot of money. Both of them went. I just wanted to get away fishing. The boat broke. Side of the road. Talking about a complete meltdown where they probably would have hospitalized hospitalized me. Whew, that was a hard one. It was just ridiculous. And then I had a dream that I did Lularoe, and me and Steve did it together, and we were happy, and that was my answer. And I woke up, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. And Steve said, whatever you want to do, babe. And just got dug to China, and we just visit there often. But it's okay, because we're happy. We don't lack anything. I mean, everybody's happy. Kids are happy. I have no complaints. The only thing I did was my grays, and they had to go because I was feeling like I was old. Like, every time I put my hair back, it was like gray. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, I did when I was with my mom. I was like looking her over because obviously she can't look back. She can't look back. I don't know where my charger is. If I disconnect them, sorry. And I was looking at her to see how many gray hairs she has, how many wrinkles, because I've never really had a chance to look at her. Well, when you can't respond to people, I can pretty much look at her. And so she had gray everywhere I did. And I thought, I got the biggest giggle in the hospital. And I was like, she did too. She was a fighter. And we would laugh. We would tell her she's so stubborn. And we knew she was tired, but she did. She held on. And the weird thing is, okay, so 3 years ago, what was it, 4 years ago? I don't know. Anyways, me and Steve set a date to get married. I wanted 7/7/17, okay? And he's like, no, I'm not sweating on my wedding day. So we'll have to do it at the beginning or the end. And I'm like, well, it has to be 7/17. It has to be like something 17. And he's like, what about 2/7/17? And I'm like, oh, okay, that would be a little, it'll be a little cool or whatever. And so that was the date. And he's like, why is 7? I'm like, because 7's my mom. It's like when I last saw her, where she actually hugged me. And it was only for a second. There was no connection. So anyway, so I represent the number 7 with my mom. So we set that date, 2/7/17. And then life, and then we moved, and then it just didn't happen. And we didn't plan it. We didn't talk about it. I mean, we have an idea of what we want. And then the hospital, when I had to deal with the mom thing, and I went down there for 7 days, I was working on her obituary in the hospital, and I looked at the date, and I just dropped my phone, and I said, today's the day she's going to pass away. And my grandma was like, Brandy, stop. And I'm like, no, today's her day. And she was like, what do you mean? I said, 3 years ago, me and Steve were going to get married on this day, and 7 was her day. That's why we did it. We were going to, because she wasn't going to be there. And I called Steve, and I was like, babe, what day were we going to get married? And I said, I have you on speakerphone, say it. And he said, 2/7/17. I said, you know that's today, right? And he's like, yeah, why? I said, Mom's going to pass away today. And so I got my phone, and I walked over to my mom, and I said, Mom, I know this is your day. We planned it 3 years ago to get married, but we didn't. But today's your day. And it's okay. Everybody loves you. I'm going to play a song for you. And this song is going to be your song. If you could pick anything to sing to anybody you've ever heard, this is the song that you're going to sing and dedicate to them. And it was Cher, If I Can Turn Back Time, because Cher was like her favorite singer. And so I played Turn Back Time for her, and she opened her eyes. And she had one tear that rested against her nose because she didn't have anything left in her. And so I told her, take your time. I'll play it 10, 15 times. It doesn't matter. Mimi's going to hate me for it. And she's going to get tired of the song. But I'm going to play it until you're at peace. About 30, 45 minutes, I went to plug in my phone because the battery was dying. And she passed away. And it's so weird because we were sitting there. And she took a breath. And it was the same breath that she had sounded like for 7 days. And I looked at Mimi and I said, that's it. And she never, that was it. And it's just a really it's a really deep story. And that's why I tell people, get to know me. Ask me questions, because you really don't realize how meaningful or how much care I have behind things. Because people look at me and they think, oh, that's just Brandy. She's got a smile. She's good. There's so much you don't know about me. And if you did, you'd probably look at me and be like, oh my goodness. But I don't ever want somebody to feel sorry for me, because I'm here because I worked on myself. I was strong for myself. Yes, I had downtime. Yes, I struggled. Yes, I made very, very bad decisions in life. But it has made me who I am today. I am exactly where I need to be in life. Exactly. Right here, helping people and doing what I can. And that's me. That is me. And if people sit and talk to me, they'll realize I'm not what I look. I'm much deeper than that. So, but I'm getting off here because I've got 3 warnings that my battery's about to die. And if it dies, I might not be able to post this. I don't know if I want to, because my nose is enlarged and I'm crying. So, it's okay. If you want to know me, you got to get to know me somehow. So, all right. Thanks, Jennifer Howard, for asking questions and giving me at least 4 to answer. And then just me opening up. So, but that is me. I love you girls.